Hello and welcome to PDL Season 4. We are in Season 4 finally. Can't believe we're on our 4th season. It's actually pretty crazy. Yes, my draft analysis for my Season 14. This season, we decided to go national decks instead of the Paldea decks we've been playing. Just to change things up. I'm excited for all the megas. I'm excited for all the returning Pokemon. Excited for all the new moves that were removed from a lot of mons. I'm excited for the overall increased Pokemon diversity. Yeah. Going into this, I was 9th pick, I want to say. I'm pretty sure I was 9th pick overall, which isn't the greatest, right? Not close to the finish. I am kind of close to the end, but not the greatest. So we have to make do with this middling draft spot. And going into this draft, I had some Pokemon in mind, however, I wasn't really sure about anything except for like one or two. Especially my Mega. I didn't really know what Mega I wanted. There were a lot of Megas I wanted, so I wasn't really honed in on one. Before that, let me talk about some of the rules. So you can draft one Mega Pokemon per team, and it is first turn Mega. So first turn that the Mega Pokemon clicks a move, it has to Mega. And the same non-Mega Pokemon cannot be drafted with the Mega Pokemon. Those are some basic drafts. We're doing no Terra this season because Terra is a little chaotic in that decks, and we thought since we've been doing Terra for the past few seasons, let's decide to not do Terra just for this and see how it goes. Also, there's some moves that are banned, right? We decided no Hidden Power, because again, it might be a little too chaotic, and some of the players decided no. So yeah, those are some overall overview of the season. And getting into my first pick 9, as you can see, my favorite Pokemon, my team mascot, Victini. Finally, I'm able to draft Victini in the draft league. First Nat Deck League, I'm able to draft Victini round 1. It obviously wasn't really contested because it's not a high tier priority, especially first round. However, Victini is my boy, is my guy, favorite Pokemon of all time. So I have to draft it round 1, right? But looking at it competitively, Victini's a great mod. Obviously, V-Create, strongest move in the game, super strong. Great on Victini, right? Victini gets a slew of coverage moves, a ton of coverage moves. It could go special as well. It can go physical. It gets momentum with U-turn. It gets coverage in like Volt Strike. It gets the Fire Stab option like Blue Flare. Yeah. It gets Volt Strike as well. It gets Zen Headbutt as Psychic. It gets Psychic as Psychic. The coverage is pretty good. It also gets utility, like an Encore. It's Final Gambit as well if I want to trade 1 for 1 with something. It's very good. It has a very deep move pool. And it's my favorite mon, so that's why I drafted it round 1. Round 2. I'm surprised this was still open. Round 2 is whoa. Yeah. It's Mega Gallade. Ignore the Victini in the background. It's Mega Gallade. I don't know what's doing right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think we're just gonna keep it like this. I don't know why this is happening. There we go. Problem solved. Easy. Round 2 was Mega Gallade, which is still on the board, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I thought this would be gone by now. Mega Gallade is such a cool mod. It's super good in that deck draft. One of the best mons consistently in that in draft in earlier generations. 165 attack stat and 110 speed is so good. It has good bulk. It has decent bulk as well, especially defensively, which is pretty insane. I love the way Mega Gallade is designed. It's so cool, and the fact that it got back to me, I really want to draft it. It gets Swords Dance. It gets like that close combat. It gets Zen Headbutt. It gets Triple Axle. It gets Knockoff. It gets all the really good coverage moves. It gets Teleport as well if I want to do that. Just overall, super great offensively. Good speed tier of 110. And I could not pass up on this mod. I love this mod a lot as well. Coming back on third round, I picked up 0 aura. We're gonna have to ignore the glade in the background again. I got 0 aura. So this gives me an even faster speed tier. 0 aura is 1 point faster than Dragon Bolt, which is nice. And this is just a mon I wanted to use. It's not super strong, however, Plasma Fist is a good move. Also, I can do some interesting stuff maybe, like a normal attacking move, you know, getting that Volt Absorb Plasma Fist. Other than that, oh my goodness, it's not looking too good here. There we go. Other than that, great. I chose this because it's a great speed tier. It has pretty good coverage as well. It also gets a Volt Switch, which is good. I want some of that pivoting. It can go. It can Calm Mind. It's really just electric type moves it gets specially. It can bulk up as well, which is good with the speed tier. It gets covered moves like Play Rough and Knock Off and maybe a fighting move. I'm not sure. Just I think it gets close combat, stuff like that. I think it's very useful. It gets Thunder Wave as well because I can slow faster mons down. I think it's pretty good. It's a really good speed tier for me, and it gets good coverage. Next, 4th round pick. I'm excited to use this mon. It's Nidoking. Again, Sheer Force, Life Orb attacks you just throw off. It's super strong with Sheer Force, Life Orb. Those Earth Powers, Sludge Waves hit really hard. It gets that Gen 1 coverage as well. I get Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, all that stuff. I can go physical as well. It does have a higher physical attack, so I could do some physical stuff, like in Superpower. However, this is also one of my rockers as well. I can Stealth Rock with this. I chose this because it is also a poison type, ground and poison type thing, and a ground type, which is very useful overall for my team. I just like this mon overall in general. Offensively it has, and defensively it's another fairy check, which is useful. And yeah, I'm just really excited to use this mon, throw off Sheer Force moves, and just kill stuff. Next is Blastoise. Getting that little jitter again. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Blastoise is next. So this is an overlap draft from my UMPL Spring Fling actually. However, I am excited to use Blastoise here as well. In Nat decks, Blastoise gets Scald, which is very useful and toxic. It's a little bit better than Paldea decks. Again, this is a great bulky water defensive mon. And my opponents always have to think of Shell Smash in the back of their mind, because this can always Shell Smash as well. It's a great Shell Smasher. It gets Scald, gets Toxic, gets Flip Turn, gets Rapid Spin. Obviously it's a spinner for me. Great defensive ability, great offensive mon of Shell Smash as well. Next pick was, I kind of want to go for another defensive mon. I really wanted to use this mon because Registeel, in Nat decks gains back Seismic Toss and Toxic, which are two things I really wanted to use on Registeel. Because in Paldea decks it's not so good, right? However, the Steel typing is very good and very useful in my team, and is also a great defensive utility mon, right? This is another rocker for my team. So this can also Toxic, it can Seismic Toss, it can IDEF Body Press, it can Heavy Sand if it needs to. Like, this is a great mon for me defensively. I think it incorporates very well with my team, and I drafted because I'm excited for Seismic Toss and Toxic, and maybe resting, chestoing, sleep talking, stuff like that. Because this mon defenses are very high. And next Pokemon I drafted is Hydreigon. Later on Hydreigon, I'm grateful that this didn't go early, because Hydreigon I think fits very well into my team. It gives me that Dragon and Dark typing, which offensively are very good. Obviously Fairy types are a problem, however I do have 3 resists on my team so far now. And Hydreigon is a great Scarfer, Specs as well. Gets Toxic and Defog in Nat decks, which is useful for, again, hazard removal and just toxicking over like a certain mon. I can run physical Dragon Dance, it does get that, which isn't terrible because Hydreigon's attack stat isn't over 100. I think this mod just fits overall well into my team. I love that I can just click Dracos. I have not drafted a special dragon type, I don't think ever. Every dragon type that I have drafted is physical. So it's my first special dragon, so I could finally drop some Dracos, which I've been waiting to do. Then the 8th round pick, I chose Enamorous Incarnate. So I'm running it back with Enamorous, same mon that I picked up in Season 2 of the PDL, which I dropped after week 3 because I didn't like it. However, I think this season I'll be able to use it more efficiently with the experience that I've gained. Also, Enamorous sits very well on my team. It gives me another ground immunity, which I need because my team is pretty weak to ground overall so far. And also gives me that very coveted fairy type, and an offensive fairy type as well. Yeah, so which is very good for my team. Obviously this is very known for special, like Moonblast, stuff like that. However, I can run physical if I want to, with the Contrary set. Contrary superpower is an option for me. So my opponent always has to watch out for that as well. Next pick, the 9th round, I've chosen Linoon. So this is the second mon besides Victini going into the draft. I'm like, I'm drafting Linoon. His Belly Drum Extreme Speed is awesome, and I really, really want to get a sweep with Belly Drum Extreme Speed. If my opponent's resist are gone and the mons are chipped, or they just die to Belly Drum Extreme Speed, it'll be very, very fun to use. Might be unexpected for my opponents as well. They might not see it coming. However, I love how I can Belly Drum Extreme Speed. That's the only reason why I drafted this for that, and I'm excited to use it. It might be like a FERT situation in Season 2 where I think it'll be cool and then it just doesn't do anything. However, I have faith. And then my 10th round pick, we have Trevenant. So this is just a overall good mon for my team. Gives me grass and ghost typing, which is good. Another ground resist, which is good, and then a fighting immunity, which I don't have, which is nice. I think for the point tier, Trevenant was a one point tier mon, which I thought was insane. Because its stats are much better than that. I initially drafted Gorgeist, but then as soon as I saw Trevenant, I was like, wow, for the points, Trevenant's very, very good. So I did draft Trevenant. Trevenant's abilities are very great. Natural Cure is very nice for shrugging off status. It gets Frisk, which is really good draft league, because I don't know what my opponent's item can be. So frisking it is very useful if he's like choice locked, or if he has like an item that I need to be aware of. Frisk is very nice for that. It also gets Harvest, so I can do some interesting Harvest stuff if I want to, which can be annoying. Next draft pick, the GOAT himself, Shuckle. Shuckle was there. Shuckle's 20. It's Shuckle, so I picked up Shuckle. I don't know how much Shuckle's gonna come. Whenever I want to run hyper offense, I can. Gives me that sticky web, gives me that stealth rock. And that's basically it. It's guaranteed to set those up. So, it's just a funny mon. I love Shuckle. I love the way he looks. I love his defenses. And it gives me sticky webs and rocks. So, yeah. And last, but not least, I don't think, is Komala. This is, again, I just kind of wanted another spinner, another remover, since I really only have Blastoise. Hydreigon, I don't know how often they run Defog on Hydreigon. Komala is just an extra spinner for me. Okay, it's doing that again. Whatever. Komala is just an extra spinner for me. And Komala and Natdex can do Sleep Talk Last Resort with Insomnia, so I always pull Last Resort. That might be interesting as well. So yeah, Linoon and Komala are kind of gimmicky mons. However, I will try to make them work. And Komala gives me Rapid Spin and has good coverage as well. So that's my team for the PDL Season 4. Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty good. I'm excited to use these mons. Yeah, I'm excited. That's basically it. Because none of these I've used except for Enamorous, right? Enamorous is my only second pick. But I landed Enamorous for 3 weeks, and I don't think I used it well, so I think I'll be able to use Enamorous quite well this season. And yeah, week 1 starts this week. The first game will be this week. So yeah, stay tuned.